Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with My Hero Academia, the final season, episode 7 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, we had Deku finally being able to get into um, like Shigaraki's psyche, and to do that, all the different, the quirk factors had to go in, and now this is like a huge gamble that everyone is taking. Like literally, Deku transferred his quirk to Shigaraki so that maybe we can do something from the inside. So if this doesn't work, it's over. Nana, however, have been rejected, and she thought that she has been rejected by Shigaraki, but then realized later that it was her own weakness, her weakness for confronting, like her mistake in the past that has made her not being able to get inside. So she's still with Deku. So now Deku's like literally experiencing what Shigaraki experienced in front of him. He's seeing that, and Nana's also there with him. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference. Let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's like rejection. Mm, right. Oh, she has finally accepted. Yeah, there you go. To, yeah, she's finally resolved to confront. Right. Oh, oh boy. Right. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah, then his sister. Oh boy. Oh damn. Oh damn. Right. Oh yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Well, the only one who took his hand was All for One, and he just did his own thing. Oh damn. Oh yeah. He's probably going to interfere or not. Wait. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. So yeah, he's saying basically like if even if I let go of my hatred, I'll always be a villain because yeah, they looked up to me and I cannot betray them. Yeah, now we are seeing all the oh my god. This is yeah, what the hell? Are you serious? All for One. Yeah, when the hell did this happen? Bro, are you for real? He has been. He's a person who made you like this. Oh my god. Yeah, he's still not gone. What the hell is wrong with. Alright, this guy needs to go, man. Yeah, Aizen. Everything from your. Oh my god. Oh lord. Nah, man. This is ridiculous. Oh, oh, that's true. I guess this is the part of um. Since Shigaraki was strong-willed, the part of All for One in him couldn't overpower him. But now that it's, man, you Aizen wannabe, shut up! This freaking guy. Hmm. All that one dimensional power. Oh my god. Are you? Are you? Is this? Wow. So this has all been him. Hey, yo, this guy is. Yeah, it was him. All his fault. As he said, he is the seedbed of hatred. He's the one who sowed the seeds. Oh my god. I cannot believe what's happening here. Right. Oh my god. Right. Yeah, so inside of that affected his outside body. Oh my god. Oh, danger sense. What the? Wait. Right. Oh, damn. Yeah, you know what? We need to defeat him before he's able to regain his power. He himself said that he's not that good now. His power is what the? Wait, is this Kurogiri? From Aizawa? Oh, now that Shigaraki is gone, I think that's why he sent him back them here. Not you. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yep. Wait, who's this? Oh, it's okay. They're all my shirt. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh, and now we here finally. Hmm. Oh, is that why he's asking the time? Oh. Right. So river. Yep. Okay. Community. Okay. Well, so we'll just now we'll be ganging up on All for One and beat him up. All right, this is crazy. So basically, All for One was just like when Shigaraki was saying like, "Why did I get a quirk like this?" It's because of him. Oh my god, this is crazy. Hmm. Okay, there you go. That was today's episode. Alright, so today we were actually able to go through and properly, break the hatred of Shigaraki, finally. But turns out that kind of worked in a different way because as soon as Shigaraki's hatred started fading away, All for One, or the part of him inside of Shigaraki, it took back control. And it was like, oh, by the way, I was the reason why your life has been like this. So from the very beginning to like everything, he just properly like orchestrated and like just like it was like his whole plan. Like a lot of the things that happened with Shigaraki's life, and yeah, as soon as he revealed that, obviously Shigaraki, his the remnant like part of Shigaraki got destroyed, and All For One took control over the body. So that's the situation now. Obviously, everyone is here with the help of Kurogiri. Finally, we have been able to uh, make him. I don't know exactly what his situation is, but at least now he has been able to kind of, like he's a little bit in his senses now. Probably not completely, but like he can like transport us back and forth. That's why everyone can now come and unite and fight against All For One. Yeah, so that was basically today's episode. Now, obviously, the biggest thing in today's episode was the revelation that All For One had planned everything from the very beginning to the end. So I have to understand a few things. That's why I'm going to go back and go through that section again, because there's a few things that I'm still not clear. I need to rewatch that part to understand. So the very first memory that of this like situation, at least All For One get involved in Shigaraki's life from the very beginning, that the very first memory that Shigaraki gets is All For One calling Shigaraki's dad and talking to him. This is not in Shigaraki's memory at all. He didn't know about this at all up until now. Now I guess all these memories are kind of coming to him because All For One is like kind of becoming like part of him and just like taking control. That's why all these like memories are probably leaking into his head. The remnant amount of like psyche that was still left within him, it was like kind of coming to that. So okay, Mr. Shimura. So this is how they met, I guess. Shiraki's dad was like, "Oh, you're that Koga construction guy." Okay, so yeah, so they're talking like about normal things, like like he's like, "Oh, like I'm going to refer to a good doctor because of back pain." Right. So Shigaraki is confused, and then you can see they're like drinking together and they're becoming better friends. How's your son doing? Well, he is a handful. Yeah, this isn't Tenko's memory. Okay. Has his quirk emerged? No, not yet. Okay, so this part I understand. Okay, now we are. Okay. Okay, so All For One says here, after kind of becoming, Tenko's psychological defeat here in this unconscious realm. Allow me to regain my own consciousness. Okay, so yeah, this was I was correct about. So basically, he was able to take control back because Shigaraki's like control over himself, kind of like his hatred, kind of got down. So he was able to overpower. Foolish Tenko Shimura, with your pure super ego, weakling who cannot bear to part with his half. Okay, all that. Um, and okay, so now he's like, oh, everything has been according to my plan. No, you haven't chosen anything from the very beginning. Yeah, and Shiraka's like, no, but these are my choices. And he's like, oh, that's what you think. These are not your choices. This has been my choice. Okay, had I not made you think so, you would have had no willpower. It was vital to redirect your free will. So, okay, Laria Daigoro Banjo. Okay, so here he talks about how, like, whoever is in control, whoever's willpower is more, that person will be able to take control of All For One. I say One For All. Here we go. My two encounters taught me to take back One For All, one must have stronger willpower. Okay, than the wielder. Okay. Okay, for the most intense emotional mental process that arises to put the brakes on the either, the wellspring of the libido that arises to put the brakes. Mental process that. What is he talking about here? What the? Wait a minute. While all man had might had me on the run, I searched for a soul that could one day diminish his willpower. Yeah, because he wants to take control over one for all. Yeah. For that most intense emotion, the mental process that arises to put the brakes on the ego, the wellspring of the libido. I saw a seedbed for fermenting the primordial urge to hate. Yeah, so basically the seedbed was Shigaraki, and he was the one who sowed the seeds of hatred. Okay, so we're back to the like little flashback again. So all for one is here is like it seems clear enough to me. The hero won't show up when you really need saving these days. Um, Kids need siblings so that they can watch each other's backs, and this is where yeah Shigaraki was born because as he says his daughter was too old already, so you cannot make her the seed bed and sow the hatred seeds of hatred. So he's like, yeah, all I need to do is convince these two to have another kid. Like, oh my god, this is crazy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine like listening to a random ass stranger? I guess he wasn't really a stranger at that point. He has become good friends with Shigaraki's father. Um, but can you imagine like you decided to have a kid because of some random ass stranger told you that, oh yeah, like I guess you should have another sibling like what for your kid, bro. Oh my god. And I had to make sure I was never caught. I couldn't do anything that stood out. All I did was give him a push. And then obviously Shigaraki was born. I stole the still undetected factor you had inherited from your parents. Wait, so okay, so he okay, this part I needed to re-watch this part because I wasn't able to understand this properly. Okay, so he took his quirk even before it was able to manifest. So I stole the still undetected factor you had inherited from your parents. um, I saw it to it your father grew even more heavy handed, right? Gave you something to aspire to, like his friends and everyone. He saved them and all that. And that's why he wanted to become this hero. And obviously, we know how. So basically, oh my god, he has been obviously like his father already had a hatred from the hero from the about for heroes from the very beginning because his like Tenko left to fight and then she died leaving him alone. So he already kind of hated heroes, and we've seen that all for one has been saying weird stuff to him like, oh, like it's these type of days heroes won't come, like more negativity he has been kind of like putting him. And as he says, he's been saying him stuff to him which has made him more heavy handed. um while he has been like kind of festering negativity for the heroes in Shigaraki's father, for Shigaraki he made it like he kind of orchestrated these type of events which would make him want to become a hero. So he he made Shigaraki's dad hate heroes more than he already hated, and he made his son love heroes and admire them. So that's how they're going to make this whole like clash between these two and fester more hatred. There we go. And then he came in contact with Shigaraki. You're Shimura's son, right? I'm an acquaintance of your father. A lot of traffic around here is dangerous. Okay. Do hold my hand for a bit. Okay. So I took one of the quirk samples the doctor had collected at an orphanage. Right. Stripped out its reversibility. Oh, okay. And gave you an inferior copy. That can be only, like has the power to destroy. Right. And there you go. That's how the decay, like power manifested in him. Right. Okay, so there you go. All of these things have been kind of indirectly him planning this out and giving him all of the, okay. Okay, so yeah, okay, now I'm like pretty clear about what happened. Yeah, so the main thing here is he, like, there's a few things. First and foremost, he made like Shigaraki's dad hate heroes, even though he already did hate them from the very beginning, hate them even more. He made Shigaraki like and admire heroes so that they can make them these two clash. On top of that, when Shigaraki was born, he took his quirk, which still hasn't manifested, and he kind of had another quirk, this decay quirk, which he fine tuned himself. As he said, he took out the reversibility and all that, and he put an inferior copy of that inside of Shigaraki and made that fester. Um, and on top of that, the fact that Shigaraki's birth, in a way, as well, was also kind of pre-planned by him. Again, I just cannot imagine how like he's just going to be like, oh yeah, this random ass guy who I've been friends with for 1 or 2 years has told me to have another child. I better have another child. Right. Anyways, like I don't know, man. Right. Okay. This is crazy. Right. Oh my god. I just cannot believe this freaking guy is back again. Like, good lord. I was like, finally we got rid of him. Nope, he's back again. Anyways, um yeah, and now he is in control of this body, and he's still not at his full power, I guess, as he was saying that inside the side inside of his mind, like the that place, Shigaraki like lost all hatred and everything, and a lot of the things that happened to him there got kind of reflects now in his outside body. Same happened with Deku. That's why Deku's hand got completely erased. That reflected back to his original body. So his hands are gone now. Yeah, so that's why I guess the best time to take him out is now. Because if you leave him and if he somehow escapes or does whatever, he is going to regain back his power, and that will not be okay. Right. Okay. Anyways, I guess we're coming more and more towards the climax. We'll probably be fighting All for One, and then finally we'll be defeating him. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't think Shigaraki still is gone. Maybe he's still like a part of him is still there within All for One. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him again almost at the end. But I don't think Shigaraki is surviving. Like I was trying to think like what's going to happen if like Shigaraki's hatred is able to be taken out. Will Shigaraki become, like will he leave, like will he like forget about his hatred, will he like try to change himself, or like what's going to happen, I was thinking. But now that it's basically like this whole situation turned out like this, I'm pretty sure, I'm at least like 70% sure Shigaraki is not coming back. We will probably defeat All for One, and like I don't know, maybe we'll like destroy him and or his body, and at the end maybe Shigaraki, a little bit of Shigaraki's consciousness that is probably still somewhere there inside that body will probably come out, and we'll say like a final goodbye, something like that. It will probably go. I don't know, I might be wrong though. Again, I have no idea. Like, this is how I envision this going, but let's wait and see, and see if I'm correct or not, if this is how it's going to go. Either way, All for One coming back, I was not expecting that. Like, bro just popped out of nowhere. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Again, another part was very. I really liked another part in today's episode is that part where Shigaraki was like, I have let go of my hatred, but I will never stop being a villain. Because if I stop being a villain, I will be abandoning those guys. You know, his villain league. And he doesn't want to do that because they are all he has and he's all they have. You know, so this part. Okay, so you see this part where in the flashback, everyone or his friends were like, "Oh, so you become All Might," then and he's like happy, and then he kind of just, you know, his face falls a little bit, and he's just stood there. Time is like going. It's nighttime, and then he's like, "No, I'm a villain. I do evil stuff. I destroy. Even if you try to shatter my hatred and leave me empty, right? I have to be. I have to be their hero." Yeah. So here's the thing. I guess in a way, because this is the thing. I feel like if he accepted that, and if he let go of his hatred, you know, he probably would have survived there. But since he said that no, even if you take out all my hatred, I will still be a villain. But his villain, like him as a villain, that is because of his hatred. So he's saying he'll still be a villain, but he says like his hatred has been stripped off. So he's basically an empty shell, that means. That's why he got destroyed at the end. If he actually accepted and he was like, okay, I will try to change, I will reform, I will become a hero, or something along those lines, he probably would have survived there. But he rejected that because obviously he knows how it is like to be abandoned, so he doesn't want to do the same to the others who rely on him, like the other villains. And by accepting change and changing, he would be betraying them. Because if you remember, this has been brought up multiple times. you know this has always been a thing where all these villains, they know they're outcasts of the society, but they are glad to have a place where like-minded people like them gathered. The world which has rejected them, they found, like, company and solace within each other, and they, that's why they became this group of villains. So he cannot betray them, even though like so many of them must, like, have died and like just gone. A lot of them have been arrested and all that. He can never become a normal, like, like a person and let go, normal person, give off his let go of his hatred, because doing that will basically be taking away their place where they belong and abandoning them. And he never wants to do that to those guys, because he knows the pain for it. They will not have a place to come back to. um Again, this is how I interpret it. I think that's why he became this, like, he became this crumbling like person and just disappeared, because like hatred equals to Shigaraki, the villain Shigaraki. So if Shigaraki's hatred, which Deku finally was able to, like, purify and take it out, like, finally with the help of like, um what's her name, Nana, yeah, finally with the help of Nana. You see like that part where, like, Nana comes and, like, like stops them, and Shigaraki is finally visible, that little Shigaraki was still trying to reject them. Deku stops him with his hand, and his hands get destroyed, and Deku, like, was like smiling at him and everything. And that is the part where his hatred little by little goes away. But because his hatred goes away, that would mean the villain Shigaraki will cease to exist. But he doesn't want to do that. He still wants to be a villain, even though his hatred is gone. And that's why he got destroyed. Because if there's no hatred within him, the villain him will not survive. Because that's literally what he is made of. Because he chose to keep continuing to be a villain, and then there's no hatred, he got destroyed. If he decided to change, and like let go of being a villain, he probably would have survived here. Again, this is just how I interpret it. I might be wrong, but yeah, I think that's what actually happened here. Either way, but yeah, like I said, he cannot reform, he cannot change himself, because if he changes, he will be betraying and abandoning the others. Because like they have no place to go. He had no place to go. The world rejected them. And now, if he changes and becomes part of these ordinary people, the normal world, he would be like turning their back on them. And he doesn't want to do that. Right. Anyways, at the end, because of that, because of him trying to not, trying to, continue being a villain, and his hatred getting, a kind of obliterated, and him just little by little just breaking up into pieces and disappearing. Because of that, All for One was able to come back up again. Because All for One, the part of All for One within him, it was suppressed because of Shigaraki's presence over there. Shigaraki's willpower, his, whatever you call it. But since that went down now, he was, All for One was able to just come back up again. Like the dormant All for One within him just popped out. Right. And that's how it happened. Either way, this is how I understood this episode. If I'm wrong about something, or maybe I'm misunderstanding something, you can let me know in the comments. But yeah. Either way, this is crazy. So All for One basically did everything, like the decay power and everything that is within him. Even the fact that Shigaraki has been born is also something that All for One, planned, I guess. Wow, that is insane. I just I just cannot imagine how to feel in a situation like this. Like, can you put yourself in Shigaraki's shoes, and can you imagine this freaking guy suddenly saying, "Oh, by the way, the fact that you exist, the fact that you are a person here, you're born, is actually because of me, because I told your parents to have another kid." I don't know how I would feel about that. That is insane. I don't know. That is so weird in so many ways. That is so just. Oh my god, this is such a weird thing, man. Can you imagine that? Like someone saying, like, "Oh yeah, you know what? It's because of me. I actually told your your parents to have another kid. That's why you are actually born. Like, if I didn't tell them, you would." Nah, man. That is some next level weird. Good lord. That is such a weird thing, man. And I cannot even imagine the fact that Shigaraki's father was like, you know what? He's right. Oh, crazy. Oh boy. And then obviously after that, he did basically everything. He took away Shigaraki's original quirk, which was supposed to be in him, replaced it with this, made Shigaraki's father hate heroes more, while made Shigaraki like adore heroes, so that both of them could clash. And obviously Shigaraki's dad reacted like that, making Shigaraki hate him, and that hatred festered and festered, and then the more the hatred festered, his quirk got activated, which obviously runs on hatred. And then he ends up destroying his dog, and that makes him more agitated, panic more. His sister dies after that. His father, he just destroys his father as well. His whole home and everything just gets destroyed. He starts hating the world. He walks and he was walking on the streets and everything. All for One still didn't show him. He was waiting. He was probably in an alleyway, just keeping an eye on him and being like, "All right, let this boy keep walking and roaming the streets for at least 2 more days. Then I'll come. I need that hatred to fester more. I need him to hate this world. I need him to, I need him to understand that nobody in this world will give you a helping hand." Also, and he was probably just there waiting and just letting him do that. And we saw, as you said, nobody gave his hand to him. Nobody took him, tried to help him. So he started hating the world more, and then All for One came in, and he was the savior who came in front of him, and he was like, "Oh, I will take care of you. I will." Yeah, and there you go. Everything was basically him, just as he says, like a seed what did he call him? Like a like a like a like a seed bed, yeah, seed bed of hatred, and hatred being the seeds that he was the one who sowed inside of that seed bed, and yeah, that's that's what happened. Crazy. Right. Oh boy. Either way, yeah. So there you go. That's what happened here. We get to know the whole truth in this episode. Okay. And then obviously we had that final section where we had like Eraserhead and Present Mike. Finally, they were able to make Kurogiri, kind of his. I forgot his what his name, Oboro, right? Something like that was his name, right? His original name. He was able to make him manifest again, and with his help, we were able to come back and then finally send more reinforcements to Deku. Now everyone can fight with him, and oh, Aries Horn as well. With that power, time reversal power, Deku's hands are back. Okay, now here's the thing. I don't understand one thing that he says here. Like, what he meant by this. He says that this is going to stay for 3 minutes or something. Just a minute. So yeah, so his hand starts. You'll probably only be able to rewind by 2 or 3 minutes at most. Okay, so what does this mean? This can be interpreted in two ways. Is it that was he saying that you can rewind time by 2 or 3 minutes? Is that why that's why he was asking him the time, right? When your hands got cut? Like if it is more than 2 or 3 minutes, then he wouldn't be able to do it, I guess. It was within that time frame, that's why he was able to do this. Does this mean this, or does this mean that he can only keep rewinding time for 2 or 3 minutes, and after 2 or 3 minutes his hands are just going to disappear again? What does this mean? Like I said, it can be interpreted in these two ways. I think it's a former, right? Basically, and because that is why Eraserhead was asking him, like, how long? I think so. So if it's the latter, then that means after 2 or 3 minutes his hands is going to be gone again. That is ridiculous. But no, I don't think so. I think it was a former. Basically, he was asking him the time because if more than 2 or 3 minutes pass, then he wouldn't be able to bring it back. So now that his hands are back, unless and until it gets cut out again, he will have his hands, right? That's what I'm trying to understand. I think so. Right. Okay. Yeah, and then everyone is here, all of his friends. Right, we're ready to beat up All For One now. So, okay. And there you go, that was it. That was my reaction to episode number 7 of My Hero Academia final season. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.